my beautiful babes, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Boss Up Budgets. On this channel I do cash stuffing, budgeting, saving up challenges, and all things money related. So glad that you guys are joining with me today. We are gonna be stuffing our bottle girl paycheck, and I did want to give you guys some updates as I promised, but let's go ahead and just dive right into the cash stuffing. So we have 1, 2, 300, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, and 76. So that was 376, you guys. Let me sort this out. And the reason why it is fairly little is because I have news. I did quit. In other words, I resigned from the bottle girl industry. Definitely one of the reasons why I wanted to stay in the bottle girl industry was because I wanted to share this type of content with you guys. I really wanted to see the money. I wanted to see how much growth there is in that industry, and like it may open, you know, many more opportunities for me, like networking and other careers in that type of industry. It was compatible with me being nocturnal, and you know, and it's just a fun lifestyle. So those are all the reasons why I continue to stay. But I'm telling you, the cons totally outweighed the pros. At the end of the day, almost 90% of the whole process and the entire position itself gave me negative impact into my life. The only great thing that came out of it was personal growth. As far as like, you know, personality wise, I think that I've grown a little bit. The other thing is that it gave me good content for you guys, and the last thing was for the money. Even with all those three things, it did not contribute enough for me to stay at my position. And I did this off camera, but as you guys know, this was my bottle girl binder, and I really pretty much emptied everything. I didn't leave any money in here. I may be repurposing some of these envelopes. Like, I really love the New Beginnings. I might put this in my regular binders, but let me go ahead and close this chapter of my life. I might repurpose this and give it to my boyfriend because he's gonna start his own cash stuffing journey, and I'm sure he doesn't mind which binder it goes into. But let me just take this off camera. I'm still processing everything, but I know I made the right decision for myself, and we'll get into a little bit more of the details. But let me go ahead and start with the cash stuffing. So like I said, the binder, all the money was repurposed mostly to this savings binder and some of it to pay off my debt. This money, 376, literally equals the last shift that I worked. For me, it's definitely not worth it because, like, to break it down, every day that I go to work, I start getting ready at 5 p.m. and I don't get home until about 3:30 a.m. That's about a 10-hour shift for $376. If it was well over $500, $600, I would definitely consider staying a little bit more. Yeah, $376 for all that shit that I had to go through, not worth it. The first one I'm gonna stuff with this money is our house envelope. It is gonna get $200. One of the reasons why I quit was because the atmosphere there was just horrific, you guys. Let's just talk about management. By the way, it's run by mostly male, very complicated, very unorganized, and just very juvenile. I feel like everyone in management is just like egotistic and literally all bark, you know what I mean? All bark and no bite. Like, all they do is just talk a bunch of and don't have anything to back up for it. They literally can't even keep it together for the business. They can like yell and scream and blah 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 about how this is not right, that's not right, but they don't have that type of mindset, like that project management mindset, that organizational mindset where you see a problem, you figure out the necessary steps, the risk, the mitigation that you have to go through to make sure that this outcome is successful. They know nothing about that. So it was really, really hard for me to sit idly while all of this was going on, and I was a part of it. I told you guys in one of my videos, we had to stay like an hour later for a meeting that we had no time whatsoever told to us to wait. We were not told prior to wait. We were like just wasting time off the clock. And even after I decided to go talk to my manager, still didn't really get like any resolutions to that. All he said was, if you don't think it was about you, then it probably wasn't about you. Honestly, I have so many other things that I can dive into, talk about, but that was one of the main reasons, like seeing their true colors after that. The second thing is like, it's very cliquey. You know, the girls that I work with, they're very like to each other, and I felt like at the beginning when I first came in, 80% of them didn't give me the time of day. And I know I told you guys that, you know, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I understand that it's hard for them to trust someone like me. They've probably seen 100 of me, and it also, they lose more money in their pockets because they're going to be splitting their tips with me. Like, I completely understand that, and I give them all the benefit of the doubt, but they all have their good and bad days, and they're hot and cold, and like you're just battling with 10 different people, all of their emotion, and no one can keep their shit in check. I can give them 1 or 2 chances, but after that, like, I'm done. I just didn't want to like put in that much effort. Like, the amount of effort and how drained I was by Sunday, it started like leaking into the rest of my life. My regular 9 to 5 was kind of slacking, like my sleeping schedule was slacking. It was harder for me to get up and go to the gym. It was too much. So if you guys are interested in doing Bottle Girl, I suggest think about it carefully. Anyways, house now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1200, 2, 4, 6, 8, 13, 2, 4, 6, 8, 14, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15. House now has 1500. I gotta go ahead and get a placement in here because this envelope is getting really thick. And that's one of the things too. I'm going to make some placeholders. I'm going to make some new envelopes. I can deposit this money into a high yield savings account so I can, you know, accrue interest. And that was one of the things I wanted to update you guys also. Me and my best friend, the same one that I have my tattoo with, decided to open a savings account together. So we used Ali Financials for a savings account. You guys can check out more details on their page, but I believe it's a 2% high yield savings account. It's one of the best savings accounts that there is out there with the highest interest return. My money in there is making money for me, which is great, and it fights off inflation. That's where I'm going to be putting a lot of my emergency funds into. Of course, I just want to remind you guys, don't keep that much cash on hand, just because, you know, there's so many things that could happen, so many disasters, so many tragedies, and I'm the type of person that's like pretty pessimistic. So just to be safe, you know, placeholders are a great way to go, and you don't want money sitting in these cash envelopes for too long. I think that's it for this envelope. The next one I'm going to be using is my short-term sinking funds. So that's pretty much why I decided to quit. And let me tell y'all, I literally was not planning to quit at all. It was last Friday that I came up with a decision. I had a shift at work. I think I was on the way to Forever 21 to exchange these jeans for my boyfriend, and then when I was there, I saw these really, really cute heels. These would be perfect for work. Let me try them out. They're a great height. So I bought that, and it was 3 o'clock, and I knew I had to get ready at 5, so I had 2 hours of kind of like just to relax. I don't know what it was. From Forever 21, the mall, to my house is about a 10-minute drive, and within that 10 minutes, I overthought every single emotion and every single thing that I was gonna put myself into when I went to work. I don't want to drive an hour there. I don't want to find parking. I literally don't want to walk in the streets where there's just like random people. I don't want to say hi to anyone when I walk in. I want to put my headphones in. I literally just want to get in the zone and just get in and get out. Like, I was just thinking about it so hard, and then I called my best friend and I called my boyfriend, and I was just venting about how much I hate it. It became clear both of them were just like rooting me on, And my best friend was just like, don't even text my supervisor, because she was like, her perspective is like, F them, they treated you hella bad, don't even text. But I was like, you know, I feel kind of bad. I know how it's like, because I came from a management background, so I know how it's like when you lose cover. So I was like, I might as well just give her a heads up. So I went and kept it short and simple. I was like, hey, I wanted to let you know, and I haven't told anyone, that I'm not going to be coming in anymore. Last week was my final day. She responded back something like, it's understandable because I have a full-time job and that it can be inconvenient for someone in my position. I wanted to reply and say that's not necessarily the case, and it's because you guys didn't prep me for the position I was holding. You guys had zero encouragement, zero motivation, sexual harassment left and right. All these men in these positions think that they can talk to you or do whatever they want, and I was not the one. I was not the one since the minute I got in there, and all of them knew that. And I just wanted to like explode, but I was like, let me just keep this real cute, simple, sweet, short, and peace out. That is the last time you will see of me. Bentley is going to be getting $5. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Bentley now has 5, 10, and 15. Just to dive in a little bit more about the sexual harassment, Buffer is also going to be getting $5. So basically, like, besides all the like nasty comments these managers were saying, I was hearing from girls like, oh yeah, my first day, one of the managers was asking me to send them some nudes. Then he sent me his pic. I had another girl like just telling me like outrageous stories about their first day, and I'm like, the same people holding the position. And then I witnessed something like point blank, clear as day, when I got in. Before I forget, Buffer has 25 in it now. But I was talking to one of the girls. We were on the dance floor, chatting, talking, looking over at our table. And then all of a sudden, I see my manager on my peripheral vision. And I was just like, okay, he's kind of like walking towards us. So like the girl's like kind of like standing right here. I'm right here, like kind of facing her talking. And our manager comes in from the side. Mind you, like it's really dark inside the club. And he goes right on her behind, and I turn and I just see him like walking past us, and I look back at her. I wish you guys could see my face right now. Like, I was in disbelief and disgust, right? And I looked at her, she screams his name, and then she's like kind of like giggling, and then she goes back and continues talking to me. I was disgusted, I was surprised, I was shocked. I was like, wait, is this normal? Like, so many emotions go through my head. I literally was talking about it with my friends for like hours about that incident, because literally that's sexual harassment. Even if she invited that type of behavior, to me it's still sexual harassment, because in that moment I was uncomfortable. And again, that's absolutely not okay. Fast forward, I did talk to her about it, I think 1 or 2 weeks later when I saw her again. I was like, hey, was that normal? You know, and she was just like, yeah, I feel like it was normal because I don't think he has any ill intentions. I don't think he has any motives behind it. I think it's like lighthearted and friendly. And I'm like, okay, I really care for the girls. I'm glad that you're fine with it, but I was not. That was complete and utterly disgusting. And that is the main reason why I'm leaving. Because I don't want to wait until the time when something like that happens to me and then I quit. Fun has $10 right now. I just put in a 5. I was telling my friends at the moment something really bad happens, like I'm leaving, I'm getting out the door, I'm not even gonna give them a second chance. But like, why even wait it out to give that opportunity? I don't want to even have to go through that. And I feel so bad for the girls have been here for so long that think that it's okay. I'm gonna stuff $10 into gifts. And now gifts has 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, and 48. That's why I'm telling you, these men really think that they can do whatever it is that they want to do. And I'm not the one. I'm not the one. We are going to go down to Lover, which is going to get $5. Now it has 50, 60, 65, 70, 71, and 72. Tell me what you guys think down below. If you guys are in the industry, is this like normal? I don't want to write off that I will never be in a bottle girl industry again, because now that I have experience, it's probably going to be a lot easier for me to get into any other club. Self-care is also going to get $5. And as I was also meeting some of the girls, one of the girls, I was telling her I didn't agree with a lot of the stuff that was going on. Her response was literally, "You're new to the industry, aren't you? Have you had any nightlife experience before?" And I was like, "Nope, this is my first." And she was just like, "Oh, that makes sense." Like almost as if indicating that this is normal and I'm the one that needs to get adjusting to it. Not only her, but other people have been saying it, you know, indirectly here and there as well. But yeah, so self-care now has $5, $10, $15, and $20. And then the last one I want to stuff in here is my travel envelope, which I'm gonna put $5 in. Now it has 100, 50, 70, 90, 200, 10, and 15. And then the last thing we're gonna stuff is our 100 envelope challenge. So here we have 100, 120, 130, 35, and 36. Go ahead and start stuffing. Let's pull from the highest envelope. So let's stuff 100 for sure in this. And then looks like we have 36. So let me see if we have one that's 36. Yes, we do. And that's pretty much it. Bittersweet, you guys, closing that chapter. But I at one point was holding 3 jobs at the same time because I just got a position as a human resource consultant. So I think that that really did help me make a decision as well. It didn't hurt that bad to like let go of this position. I think that I am lucky enough to have held 3 jobs at the same time, and now I'm just glad that my 2 jobs that I have right now line up together, work well together, and I still have time to do the things that I love without my sleeping schedule being attacked. One last piece of advice from me: make sure that you guys are getting your 7-8 hours of sleep every night, and make sure that it's consistent. So if you're going to sleep at 10, make sure you're falling asleep at 10 every day of the week. That piece of information is truly the reason why I can excel in so many different areas of my life, is making sure I have a really good sleeping schedule and everything is a routine to make sure that you're keeping yourself accountable. Thank you guys so much for being on this bottle girl journey with me. It has been a roller coaster. I've learned so many new things about my personality, how to have thick skin, how to speak up, how to make sure to hold your tongue in different places, how to not let work affect you. But yeah, so I guess I will catch you guys then. Ta-ta for now.